of eminent people here. Um, so just to tell you 3 stories which led to development of a product which is in proof of concept. Story number 1, we were trying to understand a data which is available in public domain, which is with respect to the cellular composition of human brain. And we struggled a lot to understand what is the immune composition of human brain beyond microglia. So we created the largest data set for human brain tumor patients and identified myeloid cells which are the first responders against any diseases that protect the integrity of the brain. So we asked the next question, can we find a similar kind of cell in human blood? Yes, we identified those cells. And then we tried to understand what are the molecular circuits that we can engineer in human blood to mimic a brain myeloid cell phenotype. And we were able to successfully identify those molecular circuits. But these molecular circuits are very complex, and no genome engineering technologies can engineer such complex circuits. So we have a solution from Lambdagen Therapeutics, which is a non-viral genome engineering tool which can package these complex circuits. So what do we aspire to do? We want to create a human cancer vaccine for brain tumors that will be end-to-end and produce personalized for individual patients within 24 hours. That's our aspiration, and we are ready to go to clinical trials within next 1 to 1.5 years. And this is a platform technology that can be applied to any number of cancers, and it is not associated with any kind of mutation specifics which are found in different tumors. Solid cancer is a big problem in the industry, and we plan to disrupt this industry with our technology. Thank you. And we would love if you can partner with us, in any stage. Thank you.
Congratulations, Pravesh. May I now invite the third startup, Pratibha HealthCon, Dr. Pranay Garg.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really happy and feel very encouraged to be here today. I'm a startup which has grown in Telangana 7 years ago, and it's been a long journey. We are addressing the problem of primary access to healthcare within underserved communities. When I started 7 years ago, it was very boring, not very exciting, but given the background that I come from, I'm an Air Force veteran of 2 decades, a business leader from a Fortune 50 company, but decided to come and make impact. So fundamentally, objective being outreach and impact, we created an end-to-end connected care system in a public health setting that will help in population screening, risk evaluation, and pushing the base of pyramid into the care continuum to be able to either be treated for chronic diseases or be referred to hospitals. So we fundamentally fill that space outside of hospitals into underserved communities. From an impact perspective, over the last 5 years, our solutions would have touched more than 5 million people. We have worked with leading healthcare providers, one within Hyderabad, Apollo Telehealth. We are also currently working with the northeastern state, where all the 16 districts use our solution. We have screened about 300,000 people over the last 10 months, done about 10,000 consultations with remote patient monitoring and teleconsultation, and we have about 1,800 healthcare workers touching our system across 185 centers and impacting 16 districts. So that being said, we are an early stage startup, definitely looking for growth, and very happy to be partnering with public-private partners who would be able to lead solutions into population screening within states. Our go-to-market is direct access. We are also open innovation partners to corporations, where we are able to sort of create those kind of solutions that can be absorbed by bigger corporates for execution. That being said, very happy and encouraged once again today, and thank you for all your support. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Pranay. Now the next startup, Ms. Pooja Goswami from Ramja Geno Sensor.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Pooja. I would like to tell you everyone here, this most important problem is infection. And everybody take it in a very, very simple note. People do die because of infection, not sometimes because of cancer. Here, before discussing about the what we have developed, I would just like to tell you a small story. I lost my father due to infection during his chemotherapy. So we all know when patients do go for chemotherapy, their immune system go down. But such a critical issue, but still people and physicians do prescribe prophylactic antibiotics because the detection methods do take 3 to 5 days. And all those 3 to 5 days, you need a trained people team, almost 10 to 11 people is required, and you need a huge infrastructure. And still you will get results in 5 days later. And that too with the sensitivity means 27% means even there are 100 patients who have infections, they may chance of getting develop sort of deferral complications, but still you will get results of only 27 patients. So by that time in 2014, I'm a clinical scientist. I do not have any options. Left it with only the wrong results which I received when my father passed away. Since then, I'm working on a solution to fill this time gap of 5 days. I just wanted to make this time maybe five, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. But luckily now we are ready with a solution. Just a small device like a tablet, and this can give you result of any infection and antimicrobial resistance in just 90 minutes. So right now, our doctor can prescribe you what kind of infections you have, what kind of antibiotics you should immediately prescribe to a patient who is actually suffering from any problem when they're in ICU, in the surgery, or in any critical care positions. This device is already been patented in India, in US, and we have completed the clinical trial at AIMS Delhi, and now we are in the regulatory. And we are also developing the AI-based algorithm for the same. And we are very much open and looking forward for further collaborations.
Congratulations, Pooja. So finally, we have the fifth startup, Satya RX Pharma Innovations Private Limited, Mr. Murthy Chawali.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for this recognition, and I'd like to briefly talk about what we do. We are an oncology drug discovery startup that is right now focused on a very specific area called DNA damage response, where we have a few programs that we have started working on over the last 3 years when we first started Satya. So the first of our programs is a first-in-class inhibitor of a protein that is expected to eventually result in efficacy in difficult-to-treat solid cancers. And in a remarkably short period of 3 years, we are already at a stage where we are hoping to be able to file an IND on this over the course of this year, before the end of this year. We have a few other programs within the same technology space, all targeted towards DNA damage response. and we hope to be able to build a portfolio of these programs for the global markets. In parallel, as we do this, we are also pivoting our approach to be able to generate NCEs in relatively more proven biologies that would actually be targeted at markets, including India and other emerging markets, where we believe there is a significant opportunity to come up with cost-efficient drugs using our local ecosystem, both for discovery as well as development. And this, we believe, over a period of time will help us launch into a product company, a pharmaceutical company that is completely research-oriented and research-based. And we hope to be able to work on this for the next 5 to 10 years. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and congratulations on an extremely well-organized conference. Thank you.
Congratulations, Murthy. Congratulations to all the top 5 startups, and our best wishes to all the 76 as they grow in their startup journey. May I now invite the dignitaries on the dais for the valedictory ceremony. Honorable Minister of Industries and Commerce, Government of Telangana, Shri K.T. Rama Rao. Honorable Vice Minister, Ministry of Economy and Innovation of the Republic of Lithuania, Mr. Karolis Zemaitis. The Excellency, Ms. Catherine Kivi, Estonia's Ambassador to India. Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Department, Government of Odisha, Shri Ashok Chandra Panda. Shri B.P. Acharya-ji, Retired IAS Officer. Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, IAS Principal Secretary to Government of Telangana Industries and Commerce Department. Mr. Satish Reddy, Chairman, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. Mr. Shakti Nagapan, Director, Life Sciences and Pharma, Government of Telangana. Thank you to the dignitaries. May I now invite Honorable Vice Minister of Ministry of Economy and Innovation of the Republic of Lithuania, Mr. Karolis Zemaitis, to briefly address the audience, please.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and you know, it's been already a long day, and I know that listening at the late night in the evening, listening to a group of politicians might be a little bit hard for you, so I will be trying to be as entertaining as possible, as a politician can be entertaining. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Karolis, and I'm the Vice Minister of Economy and Innovation of Republic of Lithuania. We are a very small and, as you can see, young country in Northern Eastern Europe, of population of 3 million. And I had the pleasure and opportunity to enjoy this magnificent company and discussions in the conference, as well as meeting some Indian companies. And I have to tell you, I feel like at home in Telangana, because in Lithuania we have the 3 main priorities, being ICT, high-tech engineering, and life sciences. And together with His Excellency the Minister, we discussed that we have so much in common, being the drivers of innovation and working together. So for us it is important to build these bridges. We fully understand that Lithuania is a very small country, but we see a lot of potential already with the Indian companies, with Lithuanian companies developing and working together. To explain you how important life sciences in Lithuania is, Thermo Fisher Scientific, which is an American company that you might know, is the biggest corporate taxpayer in Lithuania. And actually the the corporate tax is not very high, so they don't pay much of the taxes actually. But anyway, they are a significant part of our life sciences ecosystem, as well as the startups that we have and that we are very proud of, especially in the area of gene editing, with the CRISPR technology being also created by Lithuanian professor and being known throughout the world. Right now we are happy to have already closed 3 unicorns for 3 million population, and for us, the 4th unicorn most probably will be in the healthcare. What I would like to emphasize as well, what we are extremely proud of, is that 60% of our researchers are female, meaning that we are taking care of the inclusion and diversity of our scientific ecosystem. You have 15,000 life sciences scientists in Lithuania. For 3 million people, that's a relatively high number, waiting for you to cooperate together. So, you know, as a representative of Lithuanian government, I'm sure that we can create that bridge and we can work together to cooperate, and we are ready. We have the embassy here, we have our people all around India ready to work with you. And you know, Lithuania can be a gateway to Indian companies, India can be a gateway to Lithuanian companies. And as we also like to say in Lithuania, seeing is believing, and I believe in Telangana's ambition, I believe in Telangana's and Hyderabad's innovation and determination to grow. And that's why I would like to invite you in September to come to Lithuania to Life Science Baltics, LSB. This is the largest life sciences conference in the region, in our European region, to see and believe in Lithuania's potential as well. Thank you very much for magnificent hospitality. It's been an honor to be here, to represent Lithuania, and also to enjoy the ambition of Hyderabad. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite the Excellency Ms. Katrin Kivi, Estonia's Ambassador to India, to briefly address the audience.
Mr. Minister, Kiti Ramarao, Excellencies, I see my Lithuanian colleague here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my third visit to Hyderabad, and I'm really happy to be back to the pharma capital of the world, not just India. I'm also privileged to have this time a delegation with me of Estonian pharma and biotech companies, because pharma and biotech, this is one of the most vibrant sector in Estonian innovation. And as of innovation, innovation without investments into infrastructure, without scaling up, without digitalization, is not so successful. But fortunately, my country is well known as a European, if not world capital of digitalization, e-governance, cybersecurity. So if we put together our skills and your scale and knowledge, we could do, I'm sure, very wonderful things. I would truly invite you to come to Estonia and learn also one of our unique centers. It's namely the Genomics Bank, which has been created already in 2001. And until now, we have been able to collect about 20% of Estonian adults' population DNA. And this information serves as very valuable data for development of both domestic and international biological and medical science. This genomics park is, of course, I mean, the research is voluntary, not that we collect it from all Estonians, but it's this very valuable database for to research non-communicable diseases like cancer, diabetes, and also the interaction or what role what interlinkage between the genes and environment and common diseases. We have lots of Estonian unicorns and startups like around our universities working as cluster. As of startup and unicorns, my country is #1 in Europe, and we have also a startup festival called Latitude 59, but also a very specific biotech startup festival as well. So I would like to really encourage you to come, and we could together investigate very valuable avenues for collaboration, and I would end up here because I know you are tired of the conference already, but I would really commend the leadership of Kiti Ramarao together with Jayesh Ranjan. This is wonderful what you have been doing here. I have been here in India since 4 years already, and I really trust what you are doing. And I will say you my final secret, I have eyes made in Hyderabad because I trust you and your science so much that I got like new eyes in Maxi Vision Hospital from Dr. Kitty Kasu Prasad Reddy. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. It has been a pleasure to be here together with my companies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I now invite Sri Ashok Chandra Panda, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology Department, Government of Odisha, to briefly address the audience.
Good evening. I welcome all the delegates to this edition of BioAsia 2023. With me on dais, Honorable Minister Shri KT Ramarao of Telangana Government and Mr. Karolis Žemaitis, Vice Minister, Minister of Economy and Innovation in the Republic of Lithuania, and Mrs. Catherine KV, Lithuanian Ambassador to India, and Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, IS Principal Secretary to Government of Telangana, and Dr. Reddy's family, and Mr. Dr. Sanjay Saxena and other dignitaries and dais, members of press and esteemed dignitaries of the dais. At the outset, I am honored to get an opportunity to visit this very place and meet many luminaries, those are working in the biotech sector, and particularly I am happy and express candidly that I have come across a person like KT Ramarao, who is full of ideas, potentials, and very friendly, and speaks, I think each sentence of him displays the innovations and also talks of potentials and also talks of benefit to the common man, whether in his state or any state in India. I am really moved by his personality and his thoughts today. As all of us know, that Odisha, the another state in Indian Union, has a rich, glorious past and a vibrant present and a promising future under the dynamic leadership of veteran Chief Minister Sri Naveen Patnaik. From 2000 till date, he has left no stone unturned to ensure the benefits reaches the last man on the row, last man on the queue, and the benefits reach every nook and corner of the state. Only yesterday his finance minister presented 2,20,000 crore budget in the state assembly, which was only 20,000 crore in 2000 when he took over the charge as chief minister. I need not go into details, but as all of us know that my state is the heartland of India's mineral deposits and natural bioresources and ranks 9th in terms of land area and 11th in terms of population in the country. Keeping in mind the importance of this biotechnology sector, Government of Odisha in its IPR 2022 has identified biotechnology as a third sector. All eligible biotechnology ventures will be given adequate government hand holding with support offered by various policies, ranging from biotechnology policy to startup policy, to set up enterprises and grow with industry, academia, linkage, collaborative environment, world-class industrial facilities, network of angel and venture capitalist funds, and government support. This sector is poised to grow. The growing ecosystem for startups in the existing bio incubators, KIT, TBI, DBTILS, bioincubator, and others has already been marching in the equal space as elsewhere in the country. Simultaneously, the state is inviting bio-entrepreneurs, investors, and industries to invest in Odisha. An innovative bio-business model for Odisha shall be built by integrating biotech R&D, bio-entrepreneurship, and bio-industry for bioeconomy development together. With government support under Biotechnology Policy 2018 and IPR 2015, Bharat Biotech, through its anchor tenant MS Sapigen Biologics Private Limited, has invested more than 500 crores for manufacturing various vaccines in Odisha Biotech Park at Andarwa near the state capital. They have also committed to invest another 700 crores for expanding its scope. During the MIO Make in Odisha conclave, which was held recently last year in 2022, Science and Technology Department signed MOU with Association of Biotechnology-led enterprise ABLE to bring biotech industries to Odisha to mentor and nurture biotech startups, bring international knowledge groups to Odisha for investment purpose, and to prepare a conducive biotech policy for Odisha. An international body, global network of entrepreneurs and professionals for Odisha, has signed MOU to facilitate global Odisha entrepreneurial exchanges to provide a platform for bio-entrepreneurship development in Odisha with global outreach, identify and submit a mix of 10 potential contacts, mentors, entrepreneurs, investors, networkers, entrepreneurial professionals, corporate ventures, VCs, angels, every year from across the globe, those who have commitment and desire to help bio startup in Odisha. Hugh Well Life Sciences has committed to invest 50 crores in the Make in Odisha conclave, which was held last year. Similarly, Crop Genie has proposed to invest 500 crores. In total, rupees 1250 crores investment has come during Make in Odisha in conclave 2022 in biotechnology sector in Odisha. The investment will generate direct and indirect employment opportunity more than 10,000 people. So, at the end, before I conclude, I must say, the Odisha, the land of Lord Jagannath, has always had a maritime, glorious maritime past, and not only that, our people went to South Asia and Southeast Asia, flourished in maritime trade. And today, with Honorable Chief Minister, we are promising a lot for not only for our people, we are indirectly also contributing to the national economy as well as benefit to our people. And definitely I welcome all of you, those in this sector, to come to Odisha and take opportunity and the facilities, and we are ready to help you and serve you and will be a good partner. Thanking you, Bande Utkal Janani. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite The Honorable Minister for Industries and Commerce, Government of Telangana, Shri KT Rama Rao, to briefly address the audience, please.
Good evening. Thank you to all the participants who have participated over the last couple of days. Firstly, I welcome the Honorable Minister from Lithuania, a very young man, Karolis, only 29 years old. Can you believe it? Karolis, I must tell you, you spoke really, really well. And I loved the way you talked about how the ecosystem here and back in Lithuania actually can complement each other. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. I'm sure lots of very exciting opportunities for those entrepreneurs who are looking to use Lithuania as a gateway into Northern Europe and Europe at large, mainland Europe at large. Thank you to Honorable Minister Satish Pandaji. Thank you, sir, for coming back to BioAsia. Really appreciate you taking the time, and thank you for presenting the opportunities that are available for all the entrepreneurs in the state of Odisha. Thank you also to Catherine Kivi, the Ambassador of Estonia. Catherine, it's always a delight to have you back in our city. And like I told you last time, I have a special tie and special memory of Estonia, which I can't, of course, mention on the mic here. We'll of course, talk about it later. Thank you very much, Catherine, for coming back. BP Acharya ji, in fact, he sent me pictures yesterday of, I think, the first BioAsia back in the day, 20 years ago. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for everything that you have done for the state, for everything that you have done for this sector. Jayesh Ranjan, my Principal Secretary, and of course our own Life Sciences Advisory Council Chairman, and the Chairman of Dr. Reddy Labs, Shri Satish Reddy, thank you very much. And the man who made all of this happen, and to his team, Shakti Nagappan, thank you, our Director Life Sciences. I must thank him. I think he deserves a big round of applause, guys. He and his entire team, Paridhi and the entire team that works with Shakti, they deserve a huge round of applause. This year's BioAsia, as you all know, is the 20th edition of this event. It's a marquee event. It's one of the largest events for life sciences in Asia and in India for sure. This year, in fact, has been the biggest attendance in terms of the impact it has created. More than 2,015 delegates have attended. More than 175 plus exhibitors and startups have participated in the trade show. And you've just heard some from 5 finalists, who are the startups who have come in. I'm delighted that they are looking at more and more innovation. I'm very excited. I was very excited to listen into some of them. More than 50 countries represented over the last 2 days. More than 2,000 plus B2B meetings. And like I said, this is the biggest BioAsia in terms of numbers in the history of this event. My compliments to the entire team who has done really well. But what I'm excited about is the road ahead. Because if you think about all the deliberations, if you reflect on all the conversations that have happened, I'm truly excited about the possibilities on how technology can act as a force multiplier to help the life sciences industry innovate and help the life sciences industry scale in terms of its ambition. And how the resources that we have, the most precious resource that we have at our disposal, the human capital, the young India, can truly come, to the party and start working on world-class products and start working on world-class innovations. And thirdly, and most importantly, I'm also excited about the opportunity that India presents for the rest of the world. In terms of scale, I think in terms of manufacturing, medical devices, in terms of manufacturing pharmaceuticals, in terms of manufacturing all kinds of life sciences products, there is no better location than in India. And among Indian states, I think there is anybody who can truly match up to the kind of abilities that Telangana, in fact, possesses. As I mentioned yesterday, the ecosystem currently in Telangana is at about $80 billion. But we are hopeful and we are very ambitious. We have set a very ambitious and an audacious agenda for ourselves. And we have received great response. We would love to see this triple in size from $80 billion today to $250 billion by 2030. Now that is an ambitious agenda that will help not only the state of Telangana, but the entire life sciences industry in India. So I look forward to having more meaningful conversations. I look forward to having more meaningful collaborations, most importantly, because the theme of BioAsia this year was advancing for one. advancing for one humanity. That can only happen by a multilateral collaborative approach, engaging all forms of stakeholders, cutting across geographical boundaries, cutting across regional, religious, social boundaries, reaching and including everybody. I'm a firm believer in the 3I mantra: innovation, infrastructure, and inclusive growth. These three I's together can make the fourth I, India, a truly powerhouse of, a talent and first world country in times to come. So all the very best. Jai Telangana, Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for your continued patronage and leadership. Before we felicitate the top 5 startups, we would like to express our sincere thanks and appreciation to our jury members who did multiple rounds of the 76 startups in the past 2 days. Mr. Ajit Rangnekar from RICH, Dr. Chinna Babu Sunkavali from Grace Cancer Foundation, Dr. Ambu Chaturvedi from IKP Knowledge Park, Dr. Tejo Pratap Oleti from Fernandez Hospital, Dr. Ramesh Bhairapaneni from India Partners, Dr. Makaran Javatekar, former Director Pfizer, Mr. Rajesh Dudu from Tech Mahindra, Dr. Sanjay Saxena from BIRAC, Professor Ramesh Loganathan from IIIT Hyderabad, Professor Renu John from IIT Hyderabad, Dr. Ramji Palela from CCMB, and Dr. Suresh Babu Munuswamy from IIPH. Thank you to the jury members. I now invite the dignitaries on the dais to please felicitate the top 5 startups. We are very thankful to Tech Mahindra, our startup state sponsor. I invite Mr. Rajesh Dudu, Senior Vice President, Global Head Blockchain and Metaverse from Tech Mahindra on the stage. I also thank BIRAC, Department of Biotechnology, for awarding 50,000 cash prize to each startup. I invite Dr. Sanjay Saxena, General Manager and Head Investment from BIRAC on the stage. We also thank Amazon Web Services for $22,000 worth of AWS credits to each top startup. I now invite our startups on the stage. Exobot Dynamics, Mr. Munish Kumar, Lambdagen Therapeutics, Mr. Pravesh Gupta, Pratibha HealthCon, Mr. Pranay Garg, Ramja Genosensor, Ms. Pooja Goswami, and Satya RX Pharma Innovations, Mr. Murthy Chawali. Please join me in congratulating the startups. A big round of applause for all.